It's been more than 2 weeks now since Hurricane Helene made landfall in Florida, killing more than 200 people across several states. And now we are learning why some people living in the path of the storm may not have received crucial, possibly life-saving warnings to evacuate. Tom Hansen looks at the emergency alert system and why your phone may be key to surviving a disaster.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was just like a horror show, just standing there on solid ground while full houses floated by with people sitting on top, like screaming for their lives.
Zoe Dadian's front yard became a front line in the most catastrophic disaster to ever hit her community of Swannanoa, North Carolina.
Look at that tree.
When the floodwaters receded,
Did you get a mandatory evacuation?
neighbors started talking about the warnings that came before.
It wasn't a mandatory.
Right? It wasn't a mandate, right? It was just like flood warning.
Severe weather watches and warnings are sent by the National Weather Service, but evacuation orders come from local authorities. Many use FEMA's Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, or IPAWS, which pushes messages to cell phones, TVs, and radios in disaster-impacted areas. Buncombe County, where Dadian lives, sent a mandatory evacuation order out through IPAWS at 6:15 in the morning on September 27th. She says the alert didn't show up on her phone until hours later at 1 p.m.
And at that point, the landslide had occurred. We were digging bodies out of rubble, and there was nowhere to evacuate.
I asked FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell about the challenge of timely alerts during flash floods.
We need to keep learning on how we can better warn people, even if we don't know exactly where the flash flooding is going to happen.
Downed cell towers can stop or delay alerts from getting to everyone. But we've learned of another reason. Some counties certified to issue IPAWS alerts did not send any, according to a CBS News analysis of available FEMA data. Of 43 counties that experienced deaths during Helene, 29 did not send out alerts using the IPAWS system. Why would that be?
The county can get overwhelmed very quickly, especially small counties, not big populations.
Brian Tulin is Connecticut's former emergency operations chief and now builds local alert software.
The timelines are going to be critical to understand, was there enough time to get an alert out? Was there enough time to prepare? And if not, how do we learn from this and make sure this doesn't happen again?
When counties do send out critical warnings, how do you know if you're set up to receive them? Check to see if your government emergency notifications are turned off. If they are, you won't get alerts sent through IPAWS. If your notifications are turned on, you will get those IPAWS alerts. Some counties don't only use IPAWS, they have their own alert systems that require you to opt in. You won't get those alerts unless you've signed up in advance. On Zoe Dadian's phone, notifications were turned on, but she wishes she'd known sooner what was going to happen to her community.
Never in a million years did I imagine that it was going to be something that we weren't going to be able to weather.
And so you can see why these emergency alert systems are so complicated, even with today's technology. We mentioned that cell towers can go down, but it takes people to send the notifications and to receive them. So it's important to go into your phone, make sure all of those notifications are turned on, and also sign up for additional emergency alerts in your local community. Guys.
All right,
Tom Hansen. Good to know. I didn't even know we had that in our phone. Did you?
No, I didn't know either.
Did you, Tony?
No, I did not. I'm going to check as soon as we go to commercial.
I know, I'm not going to look at my phone.
Valuable information.
Yeah,
It is good
good to know.
information, yeah.